So as we shift towards the guided practice, I'd like to invite in a little extra forgiveness practice tonight. Doing some forgiveness as a practice can be really supportive to developing our loving kindness. As often there's things that we hold, resentment or bitterness or shame or other forms of judgment that can block the flow of our loving kindness. And so it's like peeling off layers or like pulling out little rocks from this stream that wants to pour out from our hearts. So settling into a comfortable position, tuning into the body and asking what would be supportive to comfort and ease in the body and the mind and the heart for this time. Sitting, laying down. What's supportive to calming the mind and body and ease. Inviting the forehead to soften, the brow to relax, the jaw to relax, the neck and shoulders to hang soft and loose. The breath to become smooth and soft. The abdomen to hang soft and loose. Inviting any other place that there may be tension or holding to open and soften. Inviting in acceptance in this practice. Acceptance. Sometimes difficult things arise, sometimes they don't. It's just a kind awareness of what unfolds over this time. A compassionate awareness. A gentle holding. Without expectation. Without pressure. Without any striving or judgment about what happens. Taking a deep, full breath into the low belly. And inviting the body to relax on the exhale. A deep, full breath in. And relaxing a little deeper on the exhale. A deep breath in. Can the body relax a little more on the exhale? And letting the breath become soft and natural. Soothing waves flowing through. Tuning into the heart center, the center of the chest. Sometimes putting a hand there can support the attention there. And through this practice, I'll offer visualization and phrases. Invite in what resonates and leave what doesn't. In this heart center, the center of the chest, inviting spaciousness and ease. Openness. I'll offer these forgiveness phrases by my teacher, Larry Yang. For any way that I have caused harm to myself through judgment, action, self-blame, indifference, knowingly or unknowingly, in thought, word, or deed. May I forgive myself. May I allow myself to be a student of life and to make mistakes. May I forgive myself. And if I cannot do so in this moment, may I be able to forgive myself in the future. Tuning into this heart space, into the body. Again, inviting relaxation throughout the whole body. Inviting a light to arise in the heart center, a warm glow emanating. And growing brighter radiating out through the whole body. This glow of kindness and care. Shining through every part. The bones glowing in this light. The blood. Shining through the muscles and tissues. Through all the organs. Every cell glowing in this light, every cell vibrating with metta. Every cell held in this care. If there's any place in the body where there's habitually tension, or where there's pain, or parts we've held in judgment or rejected, let the light grow there, shine there. Holding that place in kindness, those places in kindness. Wishing wellness and ease. Offering acceptance. Letting every part of the body be illuminated. Every part of the heart illuminated. The heart and mind illuminated, glowing in this light, radiating light. Any place we aren't proud of or hold with judgment or shame. Offering this light there. illuminating the shadows. Holding ourselves in wholeness. Inviting forgiveness and gentle acceptance of this whole being as it is, unfolding according to conditions. Doing its best, navigating this strange life. May I hold myself with kindness. May I hold myself with compassion. May I love myself just as I am. And if I cannot do so in this moment, may I be able to in the future. May I be free from suffering and live with ease. Tuning back into the body, the glow emanating from the heart, radiating through the whole body, bringing ease, flow, and softness through the whole body. Letting that light expand outwards, out past the body, expanding outwards to everyone in this room together, everyone in this sacred circle together. Letting this light shine out, touching the hearts of everyone we walk this path with together tonight. Seeing everyone held in this glow, and the light growing brighter, holding all of us, our collective energies, our collective love. Wishing everyone peace and joy, awakening, freedom from suffering. Sending our metta to everyone collectively and individually, to Isissa, SK, Phoenix, Anne, to Rabbit, Adrian, Alicia, Anemone, to Anne Orlando, Anu, everyone held in this light, everyone held in this love, to Asa, Ben, Bobby, Brent, may you be well, Camille, Casey, Casey Minatria and Casey Sue, Craig, Danny, Donna, Dusty, everyone held in this light, to Emily, Freddie, Helen, Indigo, Jillian and Doug, Catherine, Kimberly, Lana, Laura, Lori, Liuai, Maya, may you be happy, Marianne, Meb, Parisa, Rachel, Robin, Ruby, Sarah, Tess, to Therese, to Truman, to CJ, may you be at ease, may you be joyful and peaceful in your life. To anyone else in the room, if your name wasn't on the list, to your pets cuddled up with you, expanding this light outwards to our loved ones and our communities, our families and friends. Seeing them glowing in this care, this love. All these beings. All of us wishing to be happy, wishing not to suffer. Expanding outwards in all directions, north, south, east, west, above and below. This glowing light flowing across the earth, touching all beings, all creatures, human and non-human, on land, in the water, and in the sky. To all beings, known and unknown, near and far. May all beings be at ease. As I wish not to suffer, may all beings not suffer. As I wish to be free, may all beings be free. Recollecting the impermanence of this life, that I am subject to aging, sickness, and death, the universal sufferings of life. May I hold myself with kindness and compassion. Recognizing the impermanence of this life, the fragility of this life, that everyone is subject to aging, sickness, and death. May I hold everyone with kindness and compassion. recognizing that at any moment I'm doing my best according to the conditions of my life. May I hold myself with kindness and compassion. Recognizing that at any moment all other beings are doing their best according to the conditions of their life. May I hold them with kindness and compassion. Again, tuning into the glow emanating from the heart center, the light of Metta radiating through our beings and radiating over the entire earth, the whole earth held in our hearts. The Metta flowing from our hearts, vast and infinite. Our true nature beneath our delusion and confusion. Letting this light shine so bright, so abundant, so full. Thank you for your beautiful practice. Happy to see everyone. Happy to sit with you. We'll take a couple minutes. Let that settle, stretch, drink water. Let that integrate. I'll ring the bell to return. Just take a minute and take in everyone in the room. We didn't at the beginning, as usual. Seeing one another, welcoming one another with our hearts. Happy to sit with you, friends. I dropped in the chat some more words by Larry Yang. I'll just read them. May I be loving, open, and aware in this moment. If I cannot be loving, open, and aware in this moment, may I be kind. If I cannot be kind, may I be non-judgmental. If I cannot be non-judgmental, may I not cause harm. If I cannot not cause harm, may I cause the least harm possible. I've remembered this over the years. I remembered he taught it years and years ago at EBMC, East Bay Meditation Center in Oakland, where I used to sit often. And just in times of challenge or conflict, or when I notice a mental habit of criticism or judgment coming up, I'd remind myself of this gradient that goes from being loving, open, and aware to intending not to cause harm, trying not to cause harm. Acknowledging that we all cause harm, we all are also harmed, and orienting towards those deeper intentions of our hearts to grow in wisdom, to have all of our actions as much as possible be aligned with these deeper heart's intentions. Our thoughts, our speech, and our actions. And through our meditation practices, whether we're practicing loving kindness or we're practicing mindfulness, we're really orienting towards developing skillfulness in all these ways. All of our speech and all of our actions stem from our thoughts. Understanding our thoughts, understanding how our minds work, understanding how, as the Buddha said, what we think about and ponder upon becomes the inclination of the mind. Understanding that every moment we're cultivating something, whether wholesome or unwholesome, skillful or unskillful. Skillful being that which leads to more happiness, more freedom, less suffering. And through this beautiful practice of metta, we get to strengthen that muscle memory So the skillful and the wholesome, we get to cultivate, we get to deepen those neural pathways, increasing their frequency of arising in the future through this practice and cultivation over time. And naturally, the unwholesome and unskillful states of mind diminish as we cultivate the wholesome. From the Abhidhamma, the book of Buddhist psychology, these wholesome states of mind, there are many beautiful qualities of mind that co-arise together. So as we cultivate metta, for example, we're also cultivating our mindfulness. We're also cultivating our ethical orientation. We're also cultivating our tranquility, our equanimity, our mental balance. A number of other wholesome states of mind are getting strengthened. They're all getting strengthened through our practice of loving kindness. And likewise, through a practice of mindfulness, say mindfulness of the breath, orienting towards presence with the breath, moment to moment, moment to moment. Over time, that's also strengthening the other beautiful qualities of mind, our generosity, etc. So the Buddha actually originally taught the Metta Sutta was as an antidote towards fear. It was as a protection. He taught a group of monks who he had sent out to the forest to meditate, and there were devas, celestial beings, forest spirits living there who didn't want all these monks to come in the forest, to stay in the forest. And so the devas were sending people like frightful sounds and visions and like trying to scare the monks out of the forest. So the monks were really scared and went back to the Buddha. They were not able to meditate there. And the Buddha taught them to practice loving kindness for the devas. And as the story goes, they went back into the forest and practiced metta for the devas. And then not only did it diminish the hostility of the devas, but it grew friendship between the devas and the monks, and they were welcomed there. And the devas also became like a protective force for the monks. So this both as metta practice, both as an internal practice for oneself and as an external practice, it's diminishing the forces, the forces of hostility. It's diminishing our fear. It's diminishing our resistance to what is, or the non-acceptance or hatred, the like strong aversion. And over time, cultivating metta actually naturally diminishes fear. It's actually, in my personal experience, one of the strongest healing forces for like a period of time when I had really intense PTSD from a number of random incidences of street violence that happened in a short period of time. And so, for example, anytime I would leave my house, if someone else was on the street or a car started coming by, there would be this panic and terror that I would feel that was conditioned. And over time, as I would notice that fear response, fear reaction, gut reaction panic coming up, noticing it's happening and coming back gently and relaxing in the body, noticing in that fight or flight response, like the shoulders go up, there's a protective curve of my back, there's sweat, there's a pounding heart, all these other physical sensations that are really uncomfortable. And so also it's like meeting those with mindfulness rather than hating them. Why is this happening to me? But just like accepting, okay, naming, like sweat is happening, heart is pounding, and getting to relax like back into the moment, or inviting it, even if the relaxation wasn't possible. But when there's not that extra layer of reaction, like hating the sense of fear or the physical discomfort of it, there opens a space to relax around it, to soften around it, and to allow it to pass. And it requires a lot of patience and a lot of practice to decondition from these kinds of traumatic things. Or recognizing in those moments when fear is arising, like, just noting fear is arising. Sometimes that can be enough to just allow it to soften a little bit, let it change. And sometimes in that moment, noticing fear is arising. Oh, may I be free of fear. May I be free of this suffering. Sometimes that can allow it to soften, allow it to pass and change. Over time, with that PTSD period that I experienced, really frequently reconditioning the mind toward metta created a really strong muscle memory. So as the body goes into this habitual protective reaction, it's like when dogs and cats like feel threatened, they have their hackles up, their fur standing up on their neck. Like, as I feel my hackles go up, then it's become like a muscle memory to just like, soften, like, may I be peaceful, like, may I be at ease in my heart. Or may I know that I'm safe, may I be safe. And that story of the Buddha is I consider it both literal and figurative. So sending metta to the devas, the spirit guides, guardians, protectors, the benevolent ancestors who are holding us, who are on our side, who are caring for us, sending them metta and making them offerings. They are there and they are protecting us. So at 7:15, dedicating the merits of our practice, the goodness we've generated together collectively over this time, for the benefit of all beings everywhere, the freedom of all beings everywhere.